So I didn't think I'd be one of those YouTube people that records 1,000 videos in one day. However, the reason why I started this channel just happened. I happened to call to make, I think, an appointment, or I was looking into getting occupational therapy for Donovan because he, at school, most of the issues that they have with him tend to stem from a writing activity. So I'm on the phone with Chelsea. So shout out to Chelsea. Thank you so much for being so helpful. And we're talking about the ages of our kids, etc. And I said, "Oh, well, yeah, my 5-year-old has ADHD." And she said, "Oh my goodness, so does mine." And we were talking about different things. One of the things that I shared with her is that I give my kids melatonin at night. And I don't feel guilty about it because I've had medical professionals, teachers, etc. recommend it for the kids to help them sleep better. And as a mom of 3 kids under 6, including 2-year-old twins, melatonin just helps them. For me, it helps them to stay in bed. They are tired, even though they're probably already tired. This just helps to push that sleep on in. I kind of feel like it's almost like the new school equivalent to back in the day when people used to say, "Oh, just get that baby a little whiskey." We don't do that anymore. But this is a relatively healthy way to do it. So I will tell you what I learned in the process. So I started using the first kids melatonin that I used was Zarbee's. I used another brand that I found at Target, but I don't remember the name of it. But for the most part, I would say for kids that are like 2-ish, that you could probably do half a pill, and that worked for my twins. Half a pill worked for them. When I told Donnie's doctor that that's what I was giving him, he said, "Well, what's the dosage?" The thing is, for most of the melatonin that's meant for kids, it's in a chewable form. And because it's for kids, the dosage is usually going to be around 1 milligram. And for Donnie, who is 5 and about, I think, 40 pounds, he said that he would need at least 3 milligrams. And when I tried 3 milligrams, I couldn't tell that it did anything for him. So I went up to 6 milligrams, and that worked. So what that means is that you'll probably have to teach your child how to swallow a pill, but I think it's well worth it. Because again, Donnie does better when he gets rest. Just like most of us, if you wake up and you haven't slept, then you're going to be crabby. So melatonin was one of the things that we discussed. The other thing was the different medications, and doctor choices, etc. Like I heard some absurdities, such as, "Oh, well, it's a doctor code. You can't go to that doctor in this same practice unless your PCP is out." But what if this other doctor is a better fit for me and my family? Did y'all think about that? So that's one issue that I know she was having. And I can admit, I don't want to say I'm a pushover, but I'm someone who does not like to offend. So, if you think that your child's doctor isn't doing what you think is best, then, it's okay to switch doctors. Or at the very least, get a second opinion. I will say that Donnie takes Adderall XR, and it's a capsule. And she was sharing how with her son, she just felt like the medication wasn't really effective. Whereas with Donnie, we felt that it was effective immediately. So those are the things that I learned and shared with Chelsea. We were on the phone for over 20 minutes just sharing. And that's what this is all about. That's why I did this channel, because a lot of us are going through this and we feel like we're an island. We feel like we're alone. And one of the things that I forgot to mention earlier is that it wears on you emotionally. It feels like we had a lot of phone calls starting in November. And even when he went back to school in January, it was like a phone call almost every day. And she was saying that her son may have a bad color day, maybe once or twice a week. With my baby, it's closer to 3 or more. And so I said, I wish we could just have 1 or 2 quote unquote bad days out of the week. And that's another thing. I think I'll do another video about the vocabulary that we use around our kids. And one thing that I loved about Chelsea is that we both agreed is that we do have little black boys, and that through all of the disciplinary actions that we have to take, we also have to balance that out with love. So please make sure that, if you're a parent that has to do a lot of disciplining of your child, please make sure that you pour a lot of love into them too, so that you don't destroy them. That's one thing that I try to make sure that I do. And I'm sure that I don't do it enough. Because honestly, right now, my eyes are burning. I'm tired, and it is 4:30. So by the time we get to bedtime, I'm usually like, let's wrap this up. Let's hurry up. But that's one thing that I really try to make sure that I don't do. I don't want to destroy my child. And that's one thing that I would love for someone to have a magic whatever for. How do we teach our kids to manage their behavior in a way that's still loving? I'll leave us there.